Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about being able to add and subtract functions. A good essential question is, what are like terms? You need to make sure you understand what like terms are, because you can only add and subtract like terms. Okay, so let's dive right into a problem. So here's our first example. We have some function g of x, which is equal to 2 times x. And we have some function f of x, which is equal to negative 2x cubed plus 2x. And what we want to do is we want to add g of x plus f of x. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to actually substitute in. So in other words, I like to take 2 of x, plug that in for g of x, and take negative 2x cubed plus 2x and plug that in. So then I would have 2x plus negative 2x cubed plus 2x. Okay? Then I need to look and see, are there any like terms? Here's how you do that. You first find the variable with the highest power. So in this case, that's negative 2x cubed, because the x cubed is the variable with the highest power, so the highest number up here. So, are there any other x cubes at all? Just x cubes by itself? No, there are not, so you write that first. Negative 2x cubed. Next thing you do is you look for x squares. There are no x squares. Next thing you do is you look for just x's. Okay, I have two just x's. 2x plus 2x. What is 2x plus 2x? That is 4x. And that's all the terms together, and all I did was ask me to find adding these two functions together. So this is as far as I can go. So I am done. Negative 2x cubed plus 4x. Okay, let's do another example. H of n plus 1, h of n is equal to n plus 2. G of n is equal to 2n plus 1. It says find h of n minus g of n. Okay, so once again, I'm going to substitute in. So I'm going to say n plus 2. So n plus 2. Now this is important. Minus, I'm going to open a parentheses. And I'm going to explain why I'm opening parentheses. You don't have to open parentheses, but then you have to remember to do something. Okay? Now, I put it in parentheses because I got to remember that this minus sign is going to the entire g function. So that means it needs to affect both the 2n and the 1. So, if I'm going to say minus g of n, that means I'm going to say minus 2 of n and minus a plus 1. So, minus 1. Now I want to put like terms together. So again, I start off looking for n with the highest power. So that's just n to the first power here and here, and I put those together first. So n to the first minus 2n to the first. Well, that becomes negative n. And then positive 2 minus 1, that becomes plus 1. Okay, and there we go. That's as far as we can go because n and 1 are not like terms, so I cannot go any farther. Alright, next question. Find g of t plus f of t. Here's g of t, here's f of t. So once again, I'm going to substitute in. So I'm going to say negative 3t cubed plus, it's not plus, minus 4t. Now what's going on between the two functions? A plus sign. So plus f of t, which is 4t minus 4. Okay? So first thing to do is I look for the variable with the highest power. So I'm going to combine like terms, look for the variable with the highest power. That's t cubed. So that is negative 3t cubed. Then I had minus 4t plus 4t. Okay, so then that means these two cancel each other out completely. And then I just have a minus 4. And that's all I'm left with. Alright, let's go on to our next problem. So here's our next problem. G of a minus h of a. So here's g of a, which is 2a plus 3. Then minus h of a. So anytime it's minus in between two functions, I like to throw in a parentheses to remind myself. So I'm just going to say 2 of a plus, and now since I'm minusing the entire h of a function, this minus sign has to distribute both to the a and to the negative 1. So it becomes minus a, but then minus a negative 1 becomes plus 1, because it's kind of like you're multiplying two negative 1s together. Alright, so now I'm just going to put like terms together. So 2a minus a is just a. 3 plus 1 is 4. So a plus 4. So there you go. Okay, guys. So hopefully you've caught the idea that basically we're just putting like terms together. Hopefully you realize like terms have to be the same variable, the same number of variables, and the same power. Alright, guys? Thank you for everything. Have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions through a remind or through an email, or catch me before or after class.